You're getting a live look at the Gila River bed just under the Estrella Parkway bridge as work is being done with that heavy machinery right there. Hey everyone, it's Jordan from the city of Goodyear, and I'm being joined right now by Ruben from the Goodyear Fire Department. Ruben, thanks for joining us. Explain a little bit about what is happening behind us here in the Gila River bed.
Yeah, Jordan, so like you said, Maricopa County's out here just getting rid of some of that brush. So we're trying to prevent brush fires when they do happen to spread. And for us to be able to control them a lot easier. So Maricopa's out here getting rid of a lot of that dry brush for us.
So they're getting rid of this. You can see they have the big crane or the big backhoe there, a couple of tractors down there as well. I mean, besides the obvious, but this time of year with the monsoons and the storms and the lightning strikes, why is this important for Maricopa County to come out and clear this brush that's down here in the riverbed?
So like we said, Jordan, getting rid of that brush fire helps out a lot, not just with brush fires. So, we can have lightning storms out here while the monsoons are going, and that can start our brush fires that can run pretty quick, but also with the flooding. We get a lot of that flash flooding around here. And what will happen is this river will fill up pretty quick, and then it'll take a lot of that debris with it, causing some floods down the way. So we're really trying to prevent that from happening.
Well, and I got to imagine damage as well with the floods if they're picking up a lot of this debris and carrying it down. Another thing, now that we're here and we're standing here on the banks of the Gila River, it is noticeable how wide this riverbed is. From fire's perspective, if hypothetically there was a wildfire in this riverbed, how difficult is it for crews to even access these fires that are down here in kind of these remote areas?
Right, Jordan. So that is the hardest part of these brush fires, right? For us is getting that access out here and not going in too deep, because again, the more brush there is, we can't see really what's going on. So we only want to get in there as much as we can and not get our truck stuck or endanger one of the crews. So that's the hardest thing that we find during these brush fires, is really trying to get access to these areas, because especially these brush fires never want to start in an easy location, right? They always want to start right in the middle. So getting rid of this brush is going to really help out with that.
And what we're seeing today is really on a large scale. I mean, they're clearing this whole area underneath the Estrella Parkway bridge. Drivers for this upcoming week, just be on notice that you might see some extra dust as the crews are working as you drive across the Estrella Parkway bridge. But I got to imagine some of the same principles can be applied to homeowners as well who may live near wildland areas. What are some tips for homeowners if they live near wildland areas to protect their own property and protect their own home?
Yeah, so some tips that we can give, is, so we always like having that defensible space, right? So having that defensible space around your house means, getting rid of that tall grass, that dry brush, those overhangs from the trees that go over your house, any kind of wood, 2x4s or any kind of debris that just sits too close to your house. Getting rid of that away from your house and just giving yourself that defensible space in case there is a brush fire, and it's a lot harder for it to get access to your house.
All right, it's all about getting rid of fuel, right? Getting
Correct.
rid of not only here in the riverbed, but near your own home as well. Not letting anything lay around that potentially could burn.
Correct.
Well, our thanks to the Goodyear Fire Department and the Maricopa County Flood District for the work being done here. Drivers, just keep in mind that this next week you may experience some extra dust on that Estrella Parkway bridge. So once again, it's a great work being done by the Goodyear Fire Department and by the Maricopa County Flood District. We're live here at the Gila